Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Monday market webcast. Okay, so last week, volatile. Bears had a decent week. The Bulls had a good Friday. I mean, they ripped them. I mean, they absolutely ripped them. Went on a good old-fashioned, I wouldn't call it a bear market rally because we're not in a bear market, but it's one of those days where they start to squeeze the Bears after the Bears try to make a lower low versus the Thursday low. They couldn't break that 37.20 half area, and when they did, when they couldn't get that done, it started that upside momentum. That's when everybody just piles in and piles in and piles in, and squeeze, and the shorts bail, and more shorts bail, and more shorts bail, and you get a big old candle that looks like this that tops out in and around the 9-day. Didn't take out the 20-day. So the 20-day simple moving average, or the middle Bollinger Band, the midpoint between these two yellow lines, the upper band and the lower band, are critical. They are critical as we head into the week. That, coupled with the new weekly pivot at 38.24.33, that trade and how we trade around that area and can we hold the 20-day simple is going to be the key to whether the Bulls or the Bears are ultimately successful in the index this week. So let's go take a look at the hourly chart. So here's your 20-day simple up here, the green line. So, they gap it up last night. They do 66 quarter. Then they bring it in pretty good. So the volatility's still here. It's a great, it's a really nice trading tape right now. It's fast, but it's not overly fast. It's not a perfect sweet spot tape, but it's in a really good spot. I mean, it's in a fantastic spot for what we do, and it's in a really good spot for what most people do. And that, for us, that's 100 handle days and things like that, because the thing is just moving, and when it moves in chunks like that, it just lets you take big thirds and big middles and let runners work, and it's when you have daily ranges, into 100 and 120 handles. I mean, you've got a pretty good looking trading tape. So really quick from Friday, they fail here at the 50. They break through the monthly pivot, and it's like, oh, okay, you're going to take out the 37.20. All right, that's going to open up stuff with 36s on it, but they reject it there. And once they do, the squeeze was all day. It was all day. So this happens in the 11 o'clock hour, and you get 5 hours of hold my beer. Let's squeeze the Bears into oblivion. You close it basically on the highs. You gap it up. That doesn't hold though. So the key area is here. Can the Bears defend this area? Can the Bears then defend the weekly pivot? And you see the hourly mid-band kind of sneaking into play there. Right now it's at 38.2680. If this becomes a lower high, if this gets held, and you can break this Globex low at 37.9625, well, then what I would say is the Bears are not dead. They're not dead. And we're going to continue to get volatility. We're going to continue to get a two-sided tape and everything that comes with it. If this area gets converted, and they are trying like hell right now. It's 8:15 in the morning, not quite, as I'm doing this, and they've taken it from 38.10 up to 38.23 with some velocity. If by the end of the day, the Bulls have converted the 50-day here, the red line, they've held monthly pivot, they've taken out the weekly pivot, they've taken out the 9-day. Even if they haven't taken this out, you start spending time in and around 38.50. And it's just a matter of time before the Bulls are going to be able to get back on top of this. If they get back on top of the 20-day, then the issue is big round number 3,900, which you remember was a problem early last week. And then, you start trading stuff with 39s on it. So, as we're taping this, as we're watching this, here we are. Volume weighted average price is at 38.26. It's peeking its head above weekly pivot here, and it's testing VWAP and the hourly mid-band 26.27. So this whole area from 38.19 to 38.27 this morning, is going to be really, really critical. Really critical. So I think you have Tepper on CNBC right now saying he's getting bullish on stocks. That always provides a temporary pop, and then we'll see if it's the real deal as we get through the day. But look, after a day like Friday, unless the bears do what I just said, take this low out, and then by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, this has got to get taken out. If you can't, then here's your low, here's your higher low, and then, another higher low, and, up the stairs we go. Same deal as we've seen so many times before. So the bears are really in the last couple of days where they can do something about it. You get above that green line, you get above 3,900, and you can't do anything about it, and you got all-time highs. Probably before the end of the month. So that's what both sides need to do in order to be successful this week. All right. Everybody have a fantastic day. Be safe, be healthy, take care. Want to come trade this stuff with us? Let's go. Have a fantastic day. Trade them well. Talk to you tomorrow. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.